Hi, 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 Matt is back, and we are meandering in our conversation, talking about dating misadventures, fast friends versus fast lovers, and even a little Britney Spears karaoke. We get into friendships, relationships, the challenge of staying connected as life changes, and why good conversation is such a skill. It's a fun one. If you want to watch the unedited version, go over to YouTube, that's there. And as always, please rate, review, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Okay, let's go. So it's one of our listeners' birthdays today. Margaret Eileen Peggy Tiffany Bittner.
Oh my
Happy
God, what a
birthday,
name.
Peggy.
Happy birthday, Peggy. Yeah, I sent her a fun message
Oh,
this morning, or a voice message, me singing a song.
I love it. Do
Uh
you do you have a favorite Peggy memory?
I what just jumped in my head. This is not a favorite, but this is like when you think of Peggy,
Uh-huh.
on event days, we'd always wear thinking of colors and at school. So University of Maryland's colors are red, black, gold, and white. And so we would always try to figure out. Typically, we lean into the red and black of things, not necessarily the white and the yellow.
The gold is tough. Yeah.
But yeah, the gold is tough. And so, and so one day she wore this top that was like Freddy Krueger, like the Freddy Krueger stripes.
I remember that top. It was a sweater.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
sweater, and I was just like, "Oh, it's very giving Freddy Krueger."
That's your memory you want to share for Peggy's birthday.
That's what popped in my. It's funny, it popped into my head. Um, but my most recent memory, like I would say, my favorite memory was we got together a few weeks ago, in Baltimore. We got lunch and hung out and just caught up.
Yeah.
This is a great transition into a topic.
Oh, yeah.
And that, with oftentimes when you're a singleton like myself, and you have a lot of friends who are not, who are like with partners and kids and families, the dynamic changes and you don't get to see them as often, not because people don't want to, but life is
Mhm.
lifing, right? And so it was great to catch up and hang out with people with her
That's
and
awesome.
just, spend some time, show some love and have the good laughs and reminisce and
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. I my not appropriate for her birthday piggy memory was how annoyed, like you could tell how annoyed she was, but she kept like such a poker face when one of our other colleagues would call her Pegasus and kept calling her Pegasus. I was like, why don't you just say something? Poor Peggy. But one of my favorite memories is we went to LA. This was a long time ago, but we went to LA and she like showed me all around and we went to this really cool restaurant. I think it was called Rock Rock Candy, I think. Anyway, really fun. And that is when I started to call my GPS Susie because she was calling her GPS Susie. And now I still call my GPS Susie. So anyway, happy birthday, Peggy. We love
or what
you.
about her wedding inversions?
Oh, Virgins, that was a beautiful wedding. Peggy, that was a beautiful
That was an
wedding.
amazing wedding.
It
Oh my
really was.
God.
It was
What a
gorgeous. It was like
time.
Dirty Dancing,
It
like
really was.
vibes.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
on the dock and like just it was great.
It was
Great.
so
We
fun.
had
And the
some great.
s'mores, remember
I'm
the
like,
s'mores? And she had like little blankets for us. And
oh
it was so
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Watch out for the black widows in the bushes.
What? And this, my room was infested. Do you remember that? My room was like infested with bugs, but it's
Oh
like a small
God.
place. And they fixed it, like they figured it out. I'm sure we inhaled some toxins that evening. Like, it was wild. I came in and there were all these like flies. I was like, what's happening? That
I
was a
remember
great
this.
wedding.
That was a very whirlwind of a I think I was coming from like Lake George. I think I was like,
What were you doing in Lake George?
how did I get there and how did I get home?
I went through Vermont. Yeah,
I
I
think
went through Vermont.
I think I drove.
From DC? I don't
I think
remember how you
I
got
think my
in.
friend Devin and now his now husband Jordan, Jordan's family has a place in Lake George.
Oh,
I think
that's
I
nice.
I think I doubled the trip. I think
Oh,
I was in Lake George, New York, and then I because Vermont, for for the geography challenge folks, Vermont and New Yorkshire border. And I think I was like, I did anyway, I think
Yeah,
that's what happened.
interesting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
I
Okay. I
remember the
think
people in the terminal were really worried about missing their flight. Like we were at the gate and they kept like going up to the gate agent and we were
this
like,
I'm conflating weddings. This is the one because I was like, is this the wedding where Ray and Michael got stuck on Amtrak?
no, that was Molly's
Molly's in
wedding.
Buffalo.
Yeah, your the Peggy's wedding is when you spent the night in my room and we fell asleep yelling out virgins. And then I snuck you into brunch the next morning. I was like,
Oh
if
yeah,
anybody asks, say that we're lovers.
lava.
Love us. I was like, no one's gonna question that. That was fun.
Can we get into my skin for a moment? I've been like, you never
Looks
don't look at
good.
yourself. I mean, I look at myself in the bathroom mirror and I wash my face, but I've been really doing good stuff with my skin. I
It
feel like
looks really good.
it's really coming through nice on this.
Well, you have such like a nice even color, and then like
Yeah,
it's really popping today.
yeah.
Mm.
My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cute.
Um, wait, so you had a date the other night.
Last night,
How was it?
it was okay.
It was okay. Not another date.
No,
Yeah. How do you know? Like, how quickly do you know? Like you personally.
well, there's a backstory to this
Oh.
that happened earlier that
Do you
day.
want to talk about it or no?
Let's talk about fast friends.
Fast friends.
Fast friends, fast lovers.
Oh, okay.
So, don't you know, I'm a very friendly person, and so are you, right?
Hmm.
And we go where we're in public spaces, people like us, whatnot. I think that, but we do come to people who are fast friend types, and like, neither of you are fast friends. Like you meet
Mm,
someone, oh my God, you're my best friend. Let's hang out tomorrow. Like they think this is this instant familiarity with you,
hmm
with someone with a stranger. I
hmm
think it's a little weird when people are like so forward and aggressive like that. Being a fast friend, you know.
Yeah.
I was talking with my another friend about this, and she was like, people who are like that are psychos because they're like you don't know people. They could be the killer.
They
And you're
could
like, this is
be.
my fast friend. So anyway, so there was a situation in this case where this person was like putting mini carts before mini horses, and we just started
Mm,
talking. And that sort of was like a turn off for me.
got it.
And so yeah, so I kind of sort of um shaded my opinion a little bit. But the it was fine. The date
Like
was
fast
fine.
friends before, that's the backstory is like fast friends
Yeah,
quickly
like fast,
beforehand.
but fast lovers. Like, oh, we should do this. Oh, I'm gonna give you this is your nickname. You're like, well, I don't know you,
How
so
old was this person?
older than me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah, and I'm more of like a steady Eddie. You know what I
you are
mean?
a steady Eddie. You
Like,
know what's
okay,
interesting? I am going to put on my hoodie, then we can match, and I'm a little
okay.
cold. Guess what? My air conditioning got fixed. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, good. It's not blazing hot in South Florida. But what I was saying is like, and maybe this is me. Maybe I'm the problem.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Well,
I
I'm just
can't hear you.
talking. I'll come back. I'll just sing. What's that Taylor Swift song about? I'm the problem. What is it? How's
I
it
can't
go?
hear anything you're saying.
It's it's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. What's that Taylor Swift song?
I didn't hear anything you were
Well, we're
saying.
talking about like
It's
maybe I'm the problem.
Oh, I don't think
Because like
so.
I'm
Maybe.
and yeah uh
I
and
think that you and
and
I are very friendly people, but if you actually listen to what we're saying, you don't really actually know much about us until like until like the fast friends thing. Like I've had that with people and I'm like, you actually don't know anything real about me because I've asked you about you. And we've connected on other
yeah,
topics, but like you actually don't really know much about me at
like we
all.
can leave the conversation and people are like, oh, this was a great
Sure.
conversation, but I was asking all the questions and you didn't ask me. Not that I don't let people ask me questions,
Yeah.
but it's like we're so good at conversation or engagement on
Yes.
our end
Yeah.
that people don't. And
And
that's what
I
I look for. And if I'm silent, people don't really like there was silent moments in the date, which are fine. I don't call them awkward silence, just like I stopped talking or I
Yeah.
stopped whatever. But like ask me questions. What do you want to know about more about me without asking a question? What do you want to know about me? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think, yeah, and I think like conversation is a skill, and I am amazed at how many times I walk away from like an hour-long conversation and the other person hasn't asked a single thing about me
right? And it happens all the time
all the
because
time.
we're asking follow-ups. I'm like, oh, so tell me more about that. Now with your podcast here, you asked so many great questions on previous episodes, which
Oh,
I
thank you.
enjoyed. Yes. Um, but yeah,
And I
like,
think the other thing too is I'm nosy. So I don't mind
oh, for
asking
sure,
questions.
me.
Like,
Oh
tell me
yeah,
all of it. Like, tell me all of
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
and people
for
love
sure.
talking about
And
themselves.
so I love this Maryland. I don't know this
Isn't it
Maryland
cute? It's the
study.
happy turtle. It's happy
Oh, I
testudo.
like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cute.
Oh my God. Um, So yeah, and then that's also a thing. Like, but how do you tell someone you should be asking more questions? Like you should ask more questions, or you should get to know me more.
Mm,
Ask me a deeper question. You know what I mean?
I think, I don't know. I guess it depends on whether you actually want them to or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think so many times the conversation flows so naturally where like it's like tennis, right? Like you're passing back and forth naturally instead of being like ask me questions, like I don't know. I
And I
also at our
like
big age, if you don't know how to engage in conversation,
yeah, like that's the other thing is and I'll remember that person if they ask me some great question or make me think, you know what I
hmm
mean? Or ask me a deeper level question like,
hmm
oh, I never thought about that. Or, as opposed to me just being like, like surface or 1 degree below the surface questions, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So,
And maybe not at first,
yeah.
but like what date do you feel like like, oh, we're still not beyond like surface level that it's a problem?
Well, it depends on what the pre
Fair.
conversation to the first date, right? So in a perfect world, or if I had my druthers or whatever phrase you want to use, is is I would like there's a week of like getting to know you on app, text, or
Yeah.
whatever. Let's say if you meet them on the app, there's a week of that.
Yeah.
Maybe less. That's a long time
Yeah.
just to be like texting or whatever. And so then we like, let's go out. Okay, we go on a date. All right. And the first date could be coffee, something chill, relax. And then we ask, more questions. And I think the first date is a crazy check. Like, okay, so we've been tech communicating on our phones, and now we're in person. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Right. And then
And sometimes the text vibe doesn't match the in-person
it
vibe.
doesn't,
You're like,
right?
oh no, we're only good on text.
We're only good on text. That's the thing, right? I think a lot of people are only good on text. All right, in person. So if you make it past this to the second date, then let's talk about some more. Let's dig deeper here. You know what I
hmm
mean? Let's do an activity. Let's do a date that's a little bit more comprehensive, more substantial, and then let's dig deeper here. So I
Yeah.
think that's second date. We should really be, especially as like our big old age, like you just said, like flighty, like I'm, especially if you're dating for like partnership, like relation, like there needs to be more sooner and not less like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I I'm amazed at you for a lot of reasons, but you are like king of the DMs. Was this a slide
no.
into the DM or was this
This
in
was
person or how did you meet them?
this was Archer, funny enough.
What's Archer?
Archer's another app. There's another one. Yeah.
It's so many to keep up with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Fun. Is there
yeah.
anybody else on the horizon?
No. I matched
Mm.
with somebody today, but no.
Oh, let's see them. Pull it up.
Oh yeah.
Let's pull
This is
it up.
Daryl who lives in Chicago. What do you think about drinking? I had a glass of wine. He had a strong Long Island iced tea. I thought that was aggressive. Like, oh, really?
It's wild. This person is wild. Best friends in Long Island iced
I was
teas.
like, okay.
Drinking Long Island iced days? Are they coming back? I shouldn't judge. I'm sorry.
I was
That's
just like,
really
oh,
funny.
we're turning up. Like, what's happening?
Okay, so drinking on dates. I feel like at first, I think it's fine, but it's something I like note. Like,
I
how
had
many drinks
one
are you
glass of
drinking?
wine. I had one glass of wine. That's
I
all
think
I
like two is fine, depending on how long the date is.
I barely finished. You know me, I'm not a big
I know
drinker,
you're
but
not a big
I
drinker.
barely finished the glass of wine. It was like a strong Chardonnay, not like strong in
Sure.
like alcohol, but like a robust flavor.
Not a big Chardonnay fan. Not a California
It was
Chardonnay
urine
fan.
color too. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be,
Yeah,
or like a. I was like, oh, this is an interesting color.
expecting that to come out of your mouth. Oh my God.
I was like, oh, this is yellow.
Gross. Well, I'm sorry.
And the Long Island iced tea. I remember them. I haven't seen a Long Island iced tea in like since college. They always were like look like they always like it was like it was a dark color of abyss. It was just like what the fuck is this sludge we're drinking it? But it was like kind of like grayish. I was like, oh, this looks like
Where did you go? Where were you?
we went to like Burton's up in I love it. This is if interested in dating. I should have a show just dating, like and
Were you
report
at the
back,
bar?
like what happened.
Were you at the bar?
No, we were
Oh
sitting
no.
down.
Oh no. Well, that's the other
And it
problem,
was
right? Like,
great because it was like so school's back in, college is back,
oh, welcome
right?
back.
So we had a lot of great there was
Oh,
a lot of great we had college kids and their parents, we had community folk, we had like like county politica. It was
yeah.
like a great I love where I live. Like I
Yeah.
live right outside DC, and the DMV is great. And DC is amazing. We don't have to get into that in here. But DC, we both love DC. But our region is so
Oh,
dynamic in
it
so many
is.
ways. Like, especially like you go out, you see everybody. It isn't like, it was so cool. The diversity amongst different levels, racial, ethnic,
Yeah.
socioeconomic. Like it was just everybody was in this restaurant, which was great.
Okay. So you were sitting down at a table. Was it like a sitting down for like
Before
dinner?
top. Yeah, we had dinner. I had a crab cake sandwich.
Oh, how was it?
I didn't get a crab. I haven't it was full, fairly filling. The fries were kind of lukewarm. You know what I mean? They
Mm.
weren't fresh. And I was like, uh but the server was great. Yeah, it
What did
was
he get?
he got short rib grilled cheese.
Oh, that's delicious. That goes well with the Long Island iced tea. I'm so sorry if this person's listening. I don't know
I
why
don't
that's
think he
taking me
is.
out. I haven't had a since like freshman year of college.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's the other thing about a first date and like dinner. What if you're like, oh, this is not happening.
No, it's just interesting. You're just like, but I'm like steady Eddie. Like I don't want to date myself, but I want to date myself. Does that make sense?
Yes, I get it.
And so steady Eddie, like, come on, like, plus or minus 50, plus or minus, not too far from the deviation of the mean.
Equally yoked. So did you say like we're not gonna meet again?
It was a weird, awkward ending. I don't want to talk about it, but like,
How do you normally tell someone like, hey, that was fun, but
I mean, you just say that it's a lot of it's boilerplate. Like, oh, I had a good time. All right, I'll talk to you later. You know what I
bye?
mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, back to the drawing board.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we put this dating in this interesting context of like, oh, well, there's another fish in the sea. But I feel like for me, I'm really confident in myself, in my life, building a life that I want to live and that's full with activities for me,
Yeah.
right? So I don't need to be like, what was me about like having someone in my life like that, right? And so, um, Even though, partnership could be cool, but
Yeah.
I've seen so many cautionary tales surrounding us that I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
not like I want to be in a relationship, but just like, oh wow, it's something to watch out for. You know what I mean?
It's like you obviously there's compromise, right? Like I'm not saying that, but you don't want to when you're dating someone, you don't want to keep overlooking things just to be in a relationship.
Oh, for sure, right. And that's the other thing is I was talking to my sister about this. About yeah, I don't want to put force a round hole into a square peg. Does that make sense? Did I
Yeah.
get that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't want to just have someone around just to have someone around.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. And you have a lot of friends. And actually, that gets back to your earlier point of like being the single friend and having to get comfortable. We've talked about this, like having to get comfortable to like, I just like invite myself to people's things and
Oh,
like
hi. Can I come
holidays. And
over?
I know. And like, you have to get comfortable with that, which I am, but sometimes it's hard.
I wonder what it's like. It'll be kind of cool to talk to somebody. Like, yes, you were in this a little bit, but you were not always like that. The folks who were very social, they get married, they have kids, then they have no one, but
Hmm.
they sort of they don't isolate themselves, but they're not going out. They're not doing anything. Their life is their partner and the kids.
Hmm.
So I wonder if they feel sort of like I don't know what the right word is, excluded or if they feel like they know that they aren't their life is now this and not what it used to be. As opposed, and on the flip side, for me, and from my point of view, it's like every 5 years I need to find new friends because my friends that I had before are like gone.
Yeah.
In terms of like they moved away or they've started a family and a life and they're just not around as much anymore.
I think the kids piece is really hard because like, I think a lot of times your life changes after you're in a relationship and you are spending more time together, but you are doing more with other couples and other people and going out
Yeah,
and doing other things and inviting people over and things like that. I think kids just are like this black hole of your energy and
they
attention.
stuck everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think a lot of parents look up and are like, I didn't even realize this. Like, I haven't talked to my friends in a long time. Like, I have superficial friends in my parent groups or whatever. Or maybe your relationships have changed, which is fine too. But I think kids are just this dynamic that drastically shifts things.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think that sometimes with me, and this is just my experience, like because I have kids, but I'm single, I think a lot of times people assume that I have plans for holidays or weekends or things like that. And it's like, well, I'm not always with them. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So like that's also like an interesting sort of dynamic. But yeah, and I also feel that a lot of times there's pressure, and pressure isn't the right word, so jump in if you could think of a better descriptor, but like I feel like if I don't plan it or if I don't reach out, it's not gonna happen. And I get it, like I have more time, I have more capacity, and I'm not upset about it, but like sometimes I look around at relationships and I'm like, if I didn't reach out, would we hang out? Like, not like you're mad at me, not that you don't like me, not that you don't like hanging out, but I feel like there's a lot of
That's real. Most
impetus from the single person to, because otherwise I'm not gonna like hang out with anybody if I don't
most
do
people
it.
most people aren't conveners. Most people aren't planners. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
there's this big I feel awkward for reaching out because it's been so long. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if you don't reach out, it's gonna just be longer.
You
You
and
know
I
what I
have no
mean?
problem with
I know, like, hi, like I'll
that.
annoy you to
Haven't
death.
talked to you in 5 years. I'm like, oh, I just thought of you. Let me send you a text.
Oh my God. I called one of our mutual friends. I haven't talked to Brent in like forever. I called him to ask him.
Hernandez?
Yeah,
Oh,
I called him to ask about a car wash situation. I was just like he didn't pick
what?
up. But I was just like, why not?
Why
Like,
not? Yeah.
right,
The other
why
thing
not?
too is no one has ever been like, what the hell are you calling me for? You know what I mean? People
Right.
are always like, and I'm that way. If I haven't talked to someone and I see their name come up, I'm like, hi, like this is so great to hear from you. So,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's a lot of like, and I don't know if you feel this way, like if I don't do it, it's not going to happen.
It's not. I feel that way. That's why I used to be the convener of a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't anymore just because I don't know. You get burnt out being that person because sometimes you want to just sit back and relax and enjoy
I want
as
to be
opposed
invited
to
to the party. Yeah.
getting everyone together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this year is my 20th high school reunion. I'm no college, sorry.
I was
20th
like,
college reunion. You're like, that doesn't make sense. So 20 years ago, I graduated from college and I was really involved in college. I was a student tour guide. I started my own fraternity. I was like I was on student senate, just a man, just big man on campus.
yeah, BMOC.
And I was like 2 years ago, I was like asking around, like, is any planning going on for the 20th? Are we something going to go on? And no one was saying much. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not going
Yeah.
to enter that fray because I think also, I don't, you let me know what you think about this as we progress in life. I feel like the people you want to see in college, you see. I don't, there's no one I'm looking to see that I don't already see
Yeah.
in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also, though, we went to very different schools. Like, I think, like, if our graduating class was 1,500 people, that's
Yeah.
different. Like, I graduated with 8,000 people.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like even your program is so big that
Yeah.
like again, I see who I want to see and whatever. But I can see it if you went to a smaller school and
Like a small
you
liberal
kind
arts
of
college somewhere.
tangentially
Yeah.
see people. I don't know. Um, yeah, well, your parents are celebrating a big day.
Yeah. Today's their 45th wedding anniversary, which is wild.
That is well. How did they meet?
At a bus stop in Prince George's
Oh,
County.
that's right. We've talked about this.
I know. My dad was wearing a coat. It was like cold outside. And my mom was like, why aren't you wearing a coat?
And then what happened?
I don't know. After that, I don't know. I guess they met. And
Call
then,
Natalie. Let's get the
oh
scoop.
my God.
Call her.
I'm not gonna call him
Why
now. I
not?
know what mood she's in, and
Oh, okay, okay.
sometimes you can get really fun, and it can be like, "Why are you calling me?"
Oh, okay. 45
Um,
years is a long time.
yeah, yeah, it's a long
I said to you,
time.
that's a lot of forgiveness. Like, that's a lot of.
Yeah, they met I don't even know the full story. I think they were together 3 years prior to them getting married.
Mhm.
I know I'm the honeymoon baby because
Oh,
they got married today, 1980. I showed up June 1981.
surprise.
So,
Aw, the best wedding present.
so is that like 9 months? Kind of.
Did they know they wanted to have kids?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, but all relationships aren't perfect. I don't have to tell you that. And that's a shame.
Let me
Sorry.
just go crawl under my bed. No, they're not perfect. And
And as a kid of being the oldest and being a front row seat to their marriage, it's like cautionary tales abound for sure. Just to be honest.
yeah.
So you're just sort of just like, okay, all right, okay. I don't know, like
Do you feel like they modeled a relationship that you want or no? Because I didn't, I had no relationship modeled for me. And I don't think, even in a good marriage, it may not, or whatever you consider a good marriage, like a positive marriage or partnership, like I don't know that that's necessarily the relationship you want.
I would want to build upon what they set forth to have something better than they have. They
Mm-hmm.
have the
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's how I would put it.
Yeah.
Or just be single.
Or just be single.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
know. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I had no real modeling there. And so I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I've never really seen, I mean, I was in a relationship, I was in a marriage, and there were a lot of really good parts of that. But like you said, relationships are hard. You don't have to tell me. But it's interesting when you have to like really identify for yourself, like stop and identify yourself, like, what do I want?
right.
I think that's the really cool thing about like the gay community, right? Like the LGBTQ community has defined what relationships mean outside of the very traditional straight idea of it.
Uh, yeah, child, we make it up as we go. We're open.
How
We
do you
play
feel about
together,
open
but we
relationships?
play together, you know.
Oh,
It's
straight people
like,
do that
oh, we're
too.
open and so but it's only with someone that we bring home or oh, we're open, but you know, he does his thing and I do my thing, but at the end of the day, we come home together. You're just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Opens a new frontier. It's but let's call it thing. It's not a new frontier.
No.
What is it? It's because people have there's been open, unofficial open marriages forever.
Ethical non-monogamy.
But ethical non-monogamy is definitely something that takes a lot of maturity and trust to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm built for that.
I don't think I'm built for that.
But yeah, there's all sorts of combinations. There's polyamory, you know, where you could, you know,
Would
there's
you be
just
in
a
a
lot.
polycule?
What does that mean?
Like
See,
instead of like a thruple, it's like
a
there's four or
couple?
five of us, and it's like Megan's dating Matt, but she's married to Jim Bob, and then also she and Sienna are
Too
dating or
much to keep
something.
up, too much to keep up
I
with.
know it's a lot, but think about your like chores and your mortgage.
Are we all in the
But I
same
think you no,
house?
I think you live I think you can live in different places.
Okay.
It's a lot.
I don't know. That's a lot. I mean, but what I'm learning dating, what I'm learning though is that I know what I want, right? And for example, I'm a very I'm a very independent person and a private person
Hmm. Hmm.
for some, you know. And so I don't need someone, I think I say this now, like I don't need to be hugged up underneath someone 24/7. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? How some couples you're not never to see them by
Hmm.
themselves.
Hmm.
Like, oh, we're going to do this. Can Daryl come? And that's my new boyfriend's Daryl.
Oh, Daryl.
Can Daryl come? You're like, no, we're going out for Coke.
No.
We're going out for coffee, but can Daryl come? And you're like,
Or no, the people who don't even ask. Oh, I invited Daryl. Oh, Daryl's coming. And you're like, why? Like, why?
so, but I'm like, I want my own time. I have my own friends, I have my own life. And I want someone to have that as well because I don't want to be your life. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
we're
shouldn't
building
be.
life together, but I don't want it to be just like what I just talked about with some of our married friends, you
Yeah,
know, like that. This is just me and you, baby, and that's it.
yeah. Ride or die. Keep going.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I say that now as a single person, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it changes, but like I think that when you're someone's everything, and I do think that's more of a like modernish concept, it's too much pressure on the other person.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
And you're there, it's putting yourself in a very reliant position. Not that being reliant on someone is not a good thing in moderation, but when your everything is with that other person, it feels like a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but hey, that's
Hey,
why variety's the spice of life. That's why you got to find the person that fits what you want.
yeah, I did. It's me.
Tell me what you want, what you
It's
really, really
you.
want.
I think sometimes too, you think you know what you want, and then you start like meeting people, and you're like, oh, I don't want that.
Right,
Like,
exactly,
and it's nothing
exactly.
wrong with them. It's like, I just don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And I think going on dates is like very healthy and for you to refine and be like, okay, I don't want that. I don't want this. This is what I want. And
Yeah.
I was like, I want, and it's funny how I do want, yeah,
You
I
should
do.
host a dinner party and have all your friends bring someone for you to meet.
Oh God, talk about catastrophe.
You can serve Long Island iced teas.
He called it Strong Island iced teas.
Where is this person from?
Here, DC.
An OG DCer? Wow.
Yeah, I was like a lot.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. So,
What else is going on with you?
I'm writing,
Oh, yeah.
interlocking's coming. She coming.
She coming. Can we talk
Oh,
about how great
back to the
Beyonce is?
first date.
Yes.
I, that
Oh,
was, that,
yes.
I don't think I texted you this. Did I
You
text you?
no, you did, and I asked you why, and you were like, "Well, yap about it." He didn't like Beyonce
Beyonce's a litmus test for dating. I'm sorry. I'm
for you.
sorry.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
not a super fan of Beyonce, but maybe I'm close to it. I like, but when someone says they hate something, you got to back it up.
Yeah,
Like we were talking about music and we are talking about different things, and I was like, he asked me about Beyonce, and I was like, oh, I was like, I like her a lot. I went to the concert, and then he
yeah,
said, I hate Beyonce. I was like, hey, and I responded to him. I was like, hate's a strong word. You really hate her?
yeah.
And then we unpacked it. Like I like the B-Day album a lot though. And I'm like, so do you hate her? So it's just all it's foolish. You're like, I don't have time for people to say these things or to have these thoughts that don't make any sense. I don't hate anyone. And that's another thing too about that word, like in terms of judgment, in terms of people I want to be around. Like, I don't hate anyone. Do you hate anyone?
There might
Like,
be
what?
there might be one or two people, but I've never met them.
Right, exactly. Oh, I see. I mean, yes.
Also, I do think like I no, thinking about it legitimately of people that I know or that I interact with. So I would say Beyonce is someone I interact with in terms of as a consumer, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever. And there are people that I don't like.
Right, but hate and the way you said it was very like why do you hate that? Like what did she do to like you don't know her? Like what do you mean? That's aggressive and it's weird. It's very strange. And I was like, I don't like that. Like because what I do in dating is like you get to see people through different questions and conversation. You get to see people's judgment. You
Hmm.
get to see people sort of how they deal with emotion. You get to see people how they deal with tough situations. And like through like getting to know them, you're like, well, that's a weird thing to say. Like, what else was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting
And
too
it's not supposed to
because
be Beyonce, but the hate and the unfoundedness of it, you know?
especially with someone you're just meeting, like I don't want to yuck your yum. Like we're not talking about trampling people's human rights. Okay, then maybe we can talk a little bit more in depth about it.
Yeah.
But like something like if I was with somebody and they were like, I love Taylor Swift, I'm not gonna be like, I hate her.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, what do you like about her? Have you gone to the concerts? Whatever, right? Because like I
Yeah.
don't like Taylor Swift, and there's a lot of
Really?
God, people are gonna like come for me. Hey, when we were in your apartment and you played Midnights, I liked that album. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. It doesn't
Okay.
mean I don't respect what she can do on a concert stage. It doesn't mean I hate her. It doesn't mean that her music's bad.
It's not for you.
Most of her music is not for me, and I there's some other stuff about her that I do not like. But
Right.
if we're talking about it, and I'm talking to someone who loves her, I'm not going to be like
Because
she sucks. You know, like
your kids listen to her, right?
no, they don't.
Oh, okay.
And not because I'm like don't listen to her. It's just not their
Yeah.
thing, right? And I think that even to your point, when the litmus test is perfection and you're using such strong words like hate, I think it starts getting into a real you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, because every time I play a song, I have to be like, oh, he doesn't like Beyonce, so I can't play. I keep being my authentic self. If you're gonna be like, every time I do it, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't like her. You know what
I
I
think,
mean?
people have their opinions. We all have opinions. I'm trying to think if there's anyone in my life that I've met and really interacted with that I hate. I don't think so.
People don't
Maybe
like
I'm
me.
lucky
Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to spend that much energy on it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, no.
because as soon as I'm like this is not for me, I move away from it. I'm not going to spend my time interacting with it.
Yeah,
I think about this a lot with like social media and just entertainment in general and how that whole American Eagle campaign and that whole Sydney
the
Sweeney
jeans.
campaign
Oh my
and the
God.
jeans and the eugenics messaging and how like advertising has now gone into like rage baiting, which is not new, but I'm like, why are we as a society falling for it? Like, what is it about hating things that we love?
We're a bunch of simpletons. We're
We love
people.
to hate.
The most the strongest emotions are anger and hate.
Is
And
that
so,
true?
yeah, I think so.
Who said that?
I don't know.
I'm
Me.
gonna look. Yeah, okay, Dr. Jones. Anyway,
Anger and hate's the easiest to provoke than love, for sure.
it
Look
certainly
at our
feels that
society.
way. It
Yeah.
certainly feels that
It's
way.
easier to get someone to hate something than love it.
Let me see. What should I Google?
Um,
Easiest emotions to evoke.
yeah.
Let's see.
Like, why do we hate bees? Bees are nothing to us. We just think they're gonna kill us, and they're not. But we'll kill it before it kills us, right?
Yeah. I'm laughing because I remember a time we ate lunch outside and there was a
I
bee
went
that would not
crazy.
let you alone. And then we moved, and then that guy was like, "Yeah, bro, just roll through. Just roll through." I don't trust these resources by Google.
This is the AI overview. I just pulled it up.
No, well, let's see. University of West Alabama online. Do we trust that? We have six basic emotions. Yeah, we do trust that.
I, my Google said the emotion considered easiest to evoke is typically anger, as it's a powerful emotion that is easily and quickly accessed by many people and can be triggered by external situations.
That's because it just heard you.
Other strong emotions that are also considered relatively easy to evoke include fear. Fear is
Yeah.
the big, yes,
Fear is a big
big
one.
sadness,
It's huge.
particularly in writing and marketing context because they are core human emotions that resonate deeply.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
negative emotions are easy. The positive emotions are like,
Well, think about like fear makes a lot of sense because from like an evolutionary standpoint, right?
yeah,
You have to
keeps
stay
you safe. It's a
alive.
safety issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not there anymore in many ways. Thank goodness I'm not worried about like a lion eating me or something. By the way, have you ever seen a lion? Not like at the zoo. Like, have you ever seen a lion up close
Like on a safari or something. Like
or
in,
something? Yeah, I don't know.
no, have you?
No, only at the zoo. But like, think about if you were out in the wild and like a lion or a lioness was like hunting you. Oh my God. How did people do it?
You
How did we make it to the top of the food chain?
don't know how to fight.
If a big bird swooped down at me, I'd
I
be in my
mean,
pants like, oh my
what is that
God.
emotion we learned? What did we learn about Psych 101? Fight or flight.
Fight or flight, yeah. But I was gonna say like capitalism thrives on fear. Like when you look at all of these, look at dating sites, it's like, oh, you're gonna end
Don't want
up
to be
alone. Don't be
alone.
alone.
Don't be like Aunt Ada.
How good is Gilded Age season three?
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. By the way, I shrieked at the John Adams scene. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, forward 15 seconds. I shrieked when that.
So I so I love this, and I like this where we're going to talk about it because I think it's these shows that bring us back to a monoculture,
Mhm.
closer that we could have to monoculture, which is for those that don't know, it's like when we used to all gather around to watch something or to experience something, and then talk about it the next day at work. You know what I
Mono
mean?
is mono one or is
One.
it one? Okay.
Yeah. And so one of the things that I do miss, it was kind of cool to everyone can talk
Yeah.
about. But I think also one of the cool things is that I do miss about old monoculture and TV. We got a good 22 episode season, and then
Yeah.
it was like not long of a break before they come back again. Whereas in this new normal, it's like, they'll do 10 episodes and then 2 years later or 18 months later, they'll come back and they'll be, back to us on TV. But I think one of the things that I love about the Gilded Age is that we don't have that much art or shows about Reconstruction, right? And I
Yeah.
think one of the things we often think about in our history is that, oh yeah, we had the Civil War, and then
And then everything was
um,
good.
we had Martin Luther
It's fine.
King, and then
Yeah,
oh, we're
it's
here. You know what
fine.
I mean? And
Yeah.
those two things are like almost 100 years apart.
Yeah, well, we're like we had the Civil War, and then we had the Great Depression, and then World War II came along, and then
Yeah,
civil rights fixed a lot of stuff, and now
yeah,
we're here. Like, yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
wild.
As
Like,
opposed to being like, oh, this is what happened post Civil War. The country's
well, even
reconstructing.
even backing up previously, I was thinking, as I do, I was thinking about the Revolutionary War, and I was like, it was a civil war. It was a civil
Yeah,
war. So it's interesting that we call it even how we name things. But anyway, yeah, we don't have a lot about the Reconstruction era. And one thing that I'm embarrassed to say, but was really highlighted this season was, and I forget the gentleman's name who was enslaved and now he's the pharmacist.
Peggy's father is Mr.
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah. And how a super successful businessman but how he was perceived by another family that wasn't enslaved. And
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, of course that would be something in the culture. Like, of course
Oh
it would
yeah.
be. And just the way that they're exploring socioeconomic status and is fascinating.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the whole black side of the show could be its own show,
100%.
and I think a lot of people would say that, not just black folks, but like other people from different backgrounds, because it's so interesting. We don't know about
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? I know, but like we don't know. The masses don't know about this black elite that existed. That goes way back. You think about a lot of the prominent people in our country, Black Americans, and if you look back into their generations, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm fifth generation Morehouse." Or you know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'm fourth generation
Hmm.
Spellman. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
because there's this narrative that likes to say that black people are dumb, like, or not dumb, but just like
Or,
are
well,
in one category of like, for example, Jasmine Crockett. Like this is big revelation because Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett from Texas apparently went to a prep school that was really expensive. And so her critics, mainly white, are coming for her because she's inauthentic. She's talking, like using AAVE, African American Vernacular English. But she's went to a prep school, and so with their limited minds, they think because a black person went to a prep school or went to a very expensive like high school or whatever, that why are you talking this way? As opposed to like I can still go to a prep school, I can still talk like this and there's nothing wrong with it. And it's so
correct.
warped.
What's
It's
wrong
so
with the
warped.
AVE?
It's
It
so
does not
warped.
diminish her intellect whatsoever.
It
Like,
doesn't. But it's so warped that people would think that she's being inauthentic because they want her to grow up in the hood. Like there's this hood to riches story that's common.
well,
Like Beyonce, for example, and we bring it back to her. She didn't come from no hood. Her parents were middle class, upper middle
yes, upper
class.
middle
Her dad
class.
was an IBM
Yeah,
executive in Houston. Her mother owned her own hair shop. Like entrepreneurs. Like they
yeah.
weren't. She don't know anything about
No,
that. But I
no.
feel like that the narrative that often gets told is the Jay-Z narrative. Oh, I was selling drugs on the corner and I made my way or whatever. And now look at me now. But that's what's so amazing about the African American experience in our country is that you can have a Jay-Z story, you can have a Beyonce story, you can have my story. You have a lot of stories. It's not just one. And I think that's what people aren't understanding. And I love how the Gilded Age sort of brings that out.
I
And
agree. And I think because the Black American narrative so often I think in our culture is taught as toil and strife,
right,
right? And that's part of it, just like it's part of white America, like every
right.
American, right? Like every single race and ethnicity has toil and strife. But I think that's always the lens that it's told through, right? Like you said, like the rags to riches story, the like I grew up in the hood, and it's like, you know what? Like, why is that the narrative?
And what's happening in hip hop now is that now that we're generations from, LL Cool J or like some of our older folks, Run DMC, others like Drake and people after him, they're like, they don't know anything about this rags to riches. They're rapping about it, or maybe they're not even
Which is
rapping about
interesting,
it.
right? Yeah.
Right. What's his name? My brain's not working.
Okay.
Chicago rapper. My brain's not working. Chance the
Hmm.
rapper. Another person like that. You know nothing about that. His family didn't come from there.
Hmm.
And his father worked for Obama.
And
Like,
that's fine.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think that's how the culture's shifting. But the culture is shifting.
But also, that's what makes, in this instance, music, but art in general and life interesting. It's like you got Lil
Yeah.
Wayne, who was like, at 11, I was raised by gangs. And then you got
Right.
Chance, who's like, and Beyonce, who's like, very upper middle class experience, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it does change the music, and everybody can exist in the same space. And I think that's a wonderful thing. But it makes you understand more why programs are being cut and why certain
Oh.
narratives want to be
Mhm.
upheld. And there's a creator on TikTok, and I'll try and find her handle, but she dissects rap songs and like talks about, oh, this is alliteration, this is, all these different things that they're doing. And it's so cool to see, but it's legitimizing it, and we don't want to legitimize certain things. And it's to your point where all of this started with the Gilded Age, and that experience is, this is nothing new. It's just a different way of doing it, right? Like,
Right. And think about that the narrative we were talking about, the emotion is the easiest thing, but also horror is showing the bleeds it leads is what we see on TV a lot for
Hmm.
news. So oftentimes you'll see this, very, intense, to this day, black folks growing up in like lower income environment
Hmm.
or poverty or whatever, but that's becoming not a less and less. But I think that some people want to create policy for that as well. Like everything is fine. And it's sort of like this, it's a I don't know how to use that word, but it's like things are changing for the better incrementally, but there are still people who are not doing great, but more people are doing great, with each generation. That's the idea. My
And
parents didn't
I,
go to college, or
yeah.
they started, they didn't finish. Me and my sister
Well,
are
your mom
have
finished.
degrees. Yeah, she
Yeah,
finished
she did.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and right, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah. That
Uh
was a big day.
yeah, yeah. I mean, first generation when I went to college, my
Yes.
mom
Yeah.
finished her degree as
Later
a,
on.
an
Yeah.
adult later on. But I think that's what's so important. I think that's the idea is that each generation we would like to, do better than our parents.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the American dream.
Yeah. And I think and we talked about this a little bit the other day of like when we it is important to take culture, ethnicity, race, and history into consideration with policymaking. But oftentimes, when we only look at it through one lens, it becomes problematic as well. So, for instance, what you're saying is like, we've talked about that. There is no monolith in Black
No
America,
blanket
right?
policy. It's nuance. We
Right.
don't do well with nuance.
Correct. And what we were talking about the other day is like, let's get to the root cause of these issues.
Oh
Why
yeah.
is there a poverty issue in the American South? Why is that? Why are so many different communities more successful in cities? Why? And it's that Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Desmond Tutu had a quote, and I'm gonna paraphrase it, but instead of pulling men out of the river and just keep pulling them out of the river so they don't drown, find out why they're falling in and prevent them from falling in. And I think that's so critical.
I think one of the not pressing moments, but one of the things I was watching the news, I think it was Morning Joe, and they were talking about crime. They're talking about like cities and how cities tend to be demonized. And Anand Giridharadas, he's like um, a journalist, a thought leader, big thinker.
Hmm.
It was saying, people want to demonize cities, but it is the cities that take in the people that your community doesn't make space for,
Mm,
right? Like
mm.
when
For a variety of reasons.
right, like the gay community, they're not going to stay in some of these communities where they're ostracized or demonized. They go to cities where they're welcome. They find a community. You know what I mean? For
Take
people who are
it, take it at a completely different end of the spectrum. If you want to work in finance, are you going to stay in Nowhereville, Maryland, or are you going to go to New York?
right.
You know what I mean? Like it is so diverse, and that diversity is magnetizing. But I love
Yeah.
that point of like it is welcoming, and I think to your point, more culturally, it's welcoming to a variety of different people.
Cities are welcome to the ill reputes of your community.
Oh, that's so good. I love that we got here from the Gilded Age. By the way, like monoculture, do you feel like monoculture would not fix our culture, but do you think it would help fix some of what we're dealing with right now? I feel like we're living in our little corners of the internet and like creating our own realities in a way that maybe we always have. I don't know.
People don't want to be challenged on their assumptions or their thinking.
Mm,
So that's why we have all these little corners of place so people can get what they want to listen to. Confirmation bias, right?
yeah,
I mean, even I'm victim to
of
it.
course.
But if I would say I'm more open-minded to things than others, I would say that. But yeah, I mean, when we had three news stations and that was it, where you got your news on TV, people were consuming the same stuff. But now you can consume whatever you want and then live that, have that be your guiding light, I guess, and
Hmm.
inform everything about that, which could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. And so much of our news has become opinion.
I know, opinion banding
Think
about as
piecing.
news.
Yeah.
Like, it's not news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting too. I was just listening to a podcast about um Mormonism and a sect of Mormonism, and it was fascinating, and I won't go into that part of it, but it was interesting in the 1800s how news got around and how so many charlatans used the mail system as news to like influence people, and it was
Mm.
fascinating. And I was like, man, we're living through it again. It's just at like a bigger scale. Like
And
it
faster.
way, way faster. And like you said, if it bleeds, it leads, and the corrections are hard to get out after the fact.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
if you were at a farmer's market, what would you sell?
me. No.
Yeah.
I would sell my black eyed pea salsa that I make. I think that would be a big hit.
hmm
Um, Back in high school, as part of like my therapy, I would make these bracelets. I would take clay like that, you're arts and crafts like with kids, right? You
hmm
can go to the clay aisle and get like those square
Yeah.
blocks of clay,
Yeah.
different colors. And so I would get a lot of different colors. I would
Sculpey
like,
dough. Yeah.
yeah, I would like make them in like, make them long cylinders, then wrap them together and then
Oh.
cut them and make beads.
Yeah.
And then I would bake it in the oven, and then I would make necklaces and bracelets.
I
I used to
love
do
that.
that. So I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not growing anything. I mean, I would love to be a peach because I love peach. Peaches are my favorite fruit.
They are?
So, yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, no,
Oh
I
yeah.
love knowing that.
And so if I could have a peach orchard and I would sell peaches too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Men and our boys,
Mm, that's a whole other thing.
challenges abound. I wonder if the men crisis, that we're facing in the United States is all around the world.
You know my thoughts on it.
I wonder. I'm curious.
Is there a woman crisis?
What do you, oh, you don't believe there's a crisis in men?
No. I think there's problems. I like, I think, or
So
I'm
you don't want
sorry,
to
like the
call,
male
so it's not,
loneliness
you're not saying it's a
crisis.
crisis, but there are problems and boys and men are
I agree.
having a moment
I
that's
agree. And I
not
think
great.
it goes back to this idea of masculinity and what it
Of
means to be a
course.
man and
Yeah.
patriarchy and
This,
white
this is, this is,
supremacy.
this is the
But that's not a male
crisis.
loneliness crisis.
Well,
I'm
I would,
dealing with it too. So are
I'm
you.
not
I mean,
leave loneliness out of it, but I think
right.
we're at this point in our society where we have to address this thing going on with men.
I don't think
We,
so.
then
I don't think so.
how are we
But
going to solve it?
no one, so it's the male loneliness crisis, and the male crisis is as much of an issue as me not having reproductive rights. It's the same thing. But
But I
we're
feel
centering men. We are centering the conversation around men versus a larger societal conversation where the two are intersecting. I understand what you're saying. I think patriarchy hurts men. I think white supremacy hurts
it hurts
men.
everybody.
It
Like
hurts everybody, but no one, everybody's just like, pull it together, women, whatever.
I
We're
know.
centering
That's wrong
men.
too, but that's wrong
I
too.
agree. And I think part of it, though, is we're centering men in this crisis because we are centering the idea of masculinity in a traditional sense.
Right. I
I
agree with
do
you
think there's
there.
an issue.
But then
I,
there's a major issue that it just keeps festering.
ugh, Fester.
It's
Yeah.
festering.
It is a good question of like, is this happening around the world? Is this happening in other cultures? I don't know.
Right.
I would imagine yes. I mean, I think that we're seeing the rise. I would imagine in cultures where we're seeing the rise of nationalism, where that you would probably see something similar.
Yeah, this like masculinity thing is I'm over it. Like, shut up.
It's so limiting.
What does it is to be a guy? What does it mean to be a man? I mean, we've
Well,
been
and you
asked,
have to define it because we also have to define what it means to be a woman because we have to legislate being a woman.
I'm not a
And this
girl.
is the other thing that makes me annoyed about it, and I'm not mad at you, but this whole idea of like a male crisis.
Not at
Men in the United
all.
States have the same rights in every single state. Women do not. So where's the crisis?
I know.
I'm sorry.
All I need is time. A
You can't
moment
sing your way
that
out
is
of this one, Matt
mine.
Jones. You can't just start singing.
While I'm meant
You know what I
to
was listening to
be.
earlier? So good.
I'm
Depeche
not a
Mode.
girl.
Girl, not yet a woman.
Britney
Oh,
did her thing with
Britney.
that. I'm not a girl, don't tell me what to believe.
Yeah. I don't,
I'm
that's not
just
my favorite
trying to
song.
find the woman in me.
Wow, look at you. That wasn't my favorite song.
Remember the video in the desert? I used to
To
be.
be. God, she at her height, I feel like
Oh
she
my
had two peaks. Holy
God.
hell. I remember my freshman year of college. When everybody's like, "Ah," it's like the first, I think it was the second night the MTV
Britney
Awards or
Spears
VMAs
goes
were on,
crazy.
and it was
Yeah.
the I'm a Slave, and she brought out the Anaconda,
Oh, oh,
and all of
oh,
us were like, "Ah," like lost our minds.
of
I'm a
course.
slave for
For you.
you.
Cha-cha.
You know that dance sequence? Like this? Not at all. But that dance sequence, they did in one shot, I think.
That's
She's
awesome.
insane.
Get it, get it, get
Insane.
it, get
Get it,
it.
get it.
Oh,
Ah,
get it,
get
get
it,
it,
get it.
get it,
Get it,
get it,
get
get
it.
it. Ah,
Ah,
get it, get it,
get
get
it,
it,
get it. Ha, 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 ha. So good. I also like, I love Womanizer. Womanizer, womanizer, womanizer. Oh, she's a womanizer.
What was the
Ah.
what was the lyric in Slave that was like people didn't know what she was saying?
I believe in my
I
age.
nominate my name.
Age. What is that lyric?
I'm an M in my
My
nose.
age. Yeah, it's like anemone and age.
Okay, hand me an ice lemonade. I'm a
Slave
wait. Oh my God, you
for
love
you.
womanizer.
So
You
good.
love the womanizer,
And I
womanizer,
like Toxic.
womanizer. I'm over Toxic. Toxic was never my favorite. From the taste of your lips, I'm on a
Let's
ride.
see, what was it?
Because I'm gonna nominate my name. She's not saying that, but
Get
I
it,
don't know
get
what.
it, get it. Oh, get it,
I'm
get
real.
it, get it, get it. Cause dancing's
Ooh,
what I love. No, watch me.
no, that's
Get it,
not what
get
she
it. I
said.
know. Let's see.
I think it's nominated. I
All I
love.
know is I'm so happy when you're dancing here. I'm a slave. Oh yeah, I cannot hold it. I cannot control it. Uh oh, leave behind my name and age
Is that really what
to
you're
another
saying?
time and place. Yeah. Are you ready? Leave behind my name and age. Let's go. Like that. Do you like it? Yeah. Now watch me.
Get it, get
Get
it.
it, get it, get it, get it. Whoa. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Whoa. Do you like it? Get it, get it, get it, get it. Ah, 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 ah. Toxic is good too.
I think she just say leave. I'm gonna leave behind my name.
Leave
But
behind
what's
my
the
name and
age?
age.
I love I wanna go, which is
I
I
wanna
wanna
go
go
all
all
the
the
way.
way.
Did it.
Taking out my freak tonight.
Oh, taking out my
Get
freak
out
today.
my
It's
yeah.
so funny. I don't know what the lyrics are, but I just make them up and then I'm like, whatever, it's fine.
That album was Femme Fatale had some
It
good.
was
That
good.
was a good
Circus was good.
one. I
Oh,
want to
what
be
was
Beyonce. Britney
the
came back with that one.
Yeah, that was
I
unfortunate
love Femme
circumstances,
Fatale.
but
That
Circus
was
was good too.
like Femme Fatale had some good ones on it.
You want a Maserati? You want a hot body?
I was not my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
I was not my favorite
All eyes on me
Britney.
in the center of the ring, just like a circus.
Circus was fun.
When I crack
Oh,
that
did we
whip,
ever
everybody
talk
gonna
about
trip just
that?
like a
Did we?
circus.
I
No.
think you were you. I think you were. It was during my Maryland era, working at Maryland admissions, and If You Seek Amy came out,
Oh yeah. If you
and
seek
I remember
Amy.
and me being naive and slow on the uptake. I was like, "Who's Amy?" Because the
A
song
lot
is
of people didn't
I,
know.
I was like, I don't understand what's happening here. And people were like, Matt, are you being serious? And I was just like, who's Amy? Like, why are we seeking Amy?
And I was like, if you seek Amy.
Because she's singing it like just that one song. So tell me if you see her. Tell
Oh
me she
yeah.
was
And
going
then
to
there
be
was
with Donna.
the
Tell
what
me
was
if
the
you seek
threesome
Amy
song?
tonight.
What was the
Oh,
threesome song that she sang? That was around the same time.
It was on
One,
Circus.
two, three. How about
Dollar
that? Ain't
out
that
about
free?
me,
Everybody happy.
me. All right, look at us. Oh,
We gotta, we gotta
one,
work on
two,
that one.
three.
Yeah, let's.
Because
What is this
living
song?
in sin is the
Three.
new thing. Oh, are you
Oh, okay.
in?
Let's see. One, two, three. Not only you and me, gone 180 degrees, and I'm caught in between. Counting
Tell me
one,
one,
two, three.
two, three.
Peter,
Peter,
Paul, and
Paul, and
Mary getting
Mary.
down with three peas. Everybody loves. Ooh!
Oh, come take a ride. Do you want to play? Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Come
Ah.
take a ride. Da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-do-do-do-do-do, da-da-da. You in,
I
because
feel like
living in sin is the new thing. Oh,
living in sin
oh,
is the new thing. Oh my God. Well, I think
oh.
that's a nice place to stop. I think that's a good place for us to stop.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Hold It Against Me was my jam too.
So many good songs.
Feel like paradise, and I need a vacation tonight.
I don't know this song.
Yes, you do. Would you hold it
Do I?
against me?
Oh, yeah. How does that go? What? How does it?
Hey, over there. Please, yeah. Please forgive me if I'm coming on too strong. Hate to stare, but you're winning. Favorite song. So come here a little
Oh,
closer.
I can taste the Diet Coke and vodka right now.
Oh, yes.
All right.
All right. Well, enjoy your day.
All right. I'll visit you at the farmer's
I
market.
can't with my peaches and my
What
blue.
are you doing later today? Anything?
Want to mop my floors. Try to keep up with
Mm.
that. And right.
Do you use a mop or do you Swiffer?
I have a mop.
Yeah.
Swiffer doesn't really do
I
it.
feel like you're just pushing dirt around with the Swiffer.
I know I don't do the Swift.
I think it's good for like an emergency
Yeah,
situation.
quick little. Oop! I dropped the little thingy. Oops! But not for like you want to really clean.
Yeah. I want to get one of the mop buckets that has the like the two sections. There's like the water
Oh
section and
yeah,
the
so
squeezy
you're not using
section.
dirty water. Yeah, that's really
Yeah, I should invest in that.
do it. It's
I've
amazing.
earned it for that kind of investment. All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wait, What Do You Do Again? For more information about today's guest, or if you'd like to be on the show, please visit megdeford.com. See you next time.